Crafty people, this is Ellen with EGI Designs. Today I'm coming to you with an anniversary card, and we're going to be doing some better press, which is awesome. I haven't done that in a little while. I'm going to be using the scrapbook.com mixed media, the heavyweight white, to do my better pressing into. I have some new Syberia Designs plates that are absolutely gorgeous. I just fell in love with this floral. This one's called the Charming Floral Background. And then it actually has a stencil to go with it. So once you better press this, you can stencil into the open areas. Since I'm doing an anniversary card, I'm just going to actually leave it black and white, very classic. But this is a great option to, color this in and make that pop even more. I'm cutting out my layers from these new Squovals. Like, that's a fun word. Squovals. They're like square ovals. Squovals. From Simon Says Stamp. So these are pretty cool. And then for the sentiment, I just got this one. It's the Classic Sentiments from Syberia. And this is the press plate also. And it comes with a die, and it cuts it all out at once. So I want to use the Celebrate here. I'm just going to actually do all of these because these are great sentiments just to have hanging around. So, alright, so our cardstock today is from Altenew, and this is the Ultramarine, and this color is unbelievable. And I really wanted to use that. So I have the inside panel. This is 3 3/4 by 5, and this is just the accent opaque white cardstock. I will list all the measurements in the description box and over on my blog, so you don't have to worry about remembering any of that stuff. But pretty basic things today. Here are the Squovals. This one I cut out of Altenew Jet Black. This one I cut out of the mixed media paper pad, and I'm going to do the better press right onto this. So then that will go like that. I cut out a few layers of the Celebrate, which I'm going to stack behind. The top layer will be white, but when you do this, it'll be a cool, the ultramarine will show out from underneath, so that will be a cool effect. Alright, so let's get going. And I will list all of the things that I used today in the description box. I do have affiliate links. I, of course, encourage you to use everything that you have, but if anything piques your interest, today that is where the information will be located. Alright, so we need to do 2 better pressings. I think we'll do the, I want to give this a little chance to dry. I'm going to use VersaFine Clair Nocturne on this, and so this is a pigment ink, so this is going to need to dry a little bit. And we'll probably need to use our dryer too. Ugh, look at this. This is so beautiful. Alright, let's get this going. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on here at the A2 size. And I'll just place this on here where I think, kind of like this over here. Alright, we'll go like that. What I like to do, especially if this is kind of an edge-to-edge situation, like a lot of people put little pieces of tape in the corners, and then you have to try to avoid the design and all that stuff. So I just used a temporary dot runner. This time I'm actually going to put it right on here since I know. Just put it on there, and then just put your top on, and then just put it down. and then it will stick. So then you don't have to worry about taping it or anything like that. So there is a trick for you. Alright, let's get this inked up. I really wanted to use this ink because it's so rich and such a gorgeous black. And we should get really good coverage with it. I really want those solid parts to be filled in, so. Just trying to see. Might need to go up a little bit. And the good thing about the butter press is that if you make sure you remember which way you have this on, but you can always re-press it. So just don't, make sure you don't flip it when you take it off. Alright, I'm going to run this through my die cut machine, but I have a switch off to the side, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's check it out. Look. That's so beautiful. I just love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me get this cleaned up a little bit. I'm first going to wipe it with a paper towel because I don't want to get all this extra ink like in my stamp chamois or any of that. I'm just going to put a little water on. I'm just trying to find my magnet for, this is my magnet for my magnetic glass mat, but it's awesome. Even these huge panels that are really hard to get off, it's called a Megapon magnet, just lifts it right up, so then you don't end up breaking your fingernails or whatever trying to get that off of here. Alright. And since this is pigment ink, if you feel like it, you could use a little stamp cleaner, whatever you want, but it should come up pretty easily because it's just the pigment ink. Alright, now we gotta get this off of here. And this is probably still wet. So I'm just trying to be careful. Alright. Okay. Oh gosh, this is so gorgeous. Anywho, okay, so now we're gonna do the sentiment. I'm just gonna put the paper on the top. And this stick that's on here, I probably don't need to put anymore because it's pretty sticky. love the script on here. So pretty. Alright, just gonna run this through my die cut machine. Oh, these came out awesome. I just love the better press. I mean, it's pretty much foolproof. And you get such an awesome look. Got my magnet again. Pick that right up. Okay, put that away. We are all done with that for today. All right, and then we need to cut this out. I have my little mini Empress here today, just to cut this quickly. I like this one because it's electric, but it also has a pretty wide opening, which is nice because some of the mini machines have like a smaller I'll get this cut out. This is a little beanie machine, and you turn the power on, then you hit run. And these are the extended mats, which I really like, but it comes with a little bit smaller, so you can figure out what works best for you. But I like being able to, you can just fill this whole thing up. Alright, let's see. And this is really thick paper too, with it being the mixed media paper. And that cut beautifully, so that's awesome. Okay, so we need these Celebrate, and then we have all these other ones for other cards. Look how pretty those are. That script, again, I just, so good. Alright, let's take our card pieces. Kind of the idea. I wanted to do the black shadow because I thought it would help it pop. And then these we need to glue together and layer them up and then put them on the front. So let's get started on that. I did 3 layers of the ultramarine. I don't know if we need all of them, but come on, glue. me get these glued together and I'll be right back. Okay, so I glued the 3 layers together, and then for the top layer I actually offset that a little bit so it would help it stand off of the background there. And I'm going to put this on with some black foam tape. This is the really thin, it's the 1/16 of thinness, which is nice. Alright, we'll do that, we'll do that. I think I'm going to adhere these directly and then do the foam tape onto that. Let's use my tape runner for this one. Such a weird shape to try to get the adhesive on the edges there. My kitty is snoring. This is a very weird shape to line up. I think we're straight. It's hard to tell. Hopefully. I can't believe this came from a press plate. Like, this is just amazing to me. Alright, I'm going to use the corner as my guide. And now all I can think about is and always let your corner be your guide. Sorry, I digress. Alright, anyway, scissors. I like to use these Simon Says stamp scissors because they are coated and they can cut the sticky things without getting sticky, which is always nice. Alright. I'm going to put some glue on this because this is really sticky tape, and I just want to make sure that I have a little bit of wiggle room if I need it with this weird Squovals shape to try to get it lined up. I have no idea. Let's see. Let's just do it and walk away. Alright, we got it. We got it. Just gonna make this a little sharper there. I love the way the ultramarine pops on that. Oh, I just love that. Alright. So this is kind of my idea for placement. So I think I'll do that. Okay, we'll get that set up. And then I was thinking, I have these Trinity stamps, black sparkle spots. And they're completely flat. And one side is really sparkly. And I thought they might work for this. I don't know if we need anything, but and you can hardly see them, but it actually adds a nice little detail in the background. Alright, I think I'll go with that because I'll have to show it, hold it up at the end. It adds a really nice, just very subtle little sparkle to it. Alright, let's get these on. Just trying to get rid of the little glue trail that popped out there. Alright, let me show you. Like, you can't, they're not obvious, but they add a really, well, they add some interest to the background and a little bit of sparkle. So that's kind of fun. I don't think it takes away from the rest of the design. Alright, so now we need to figure out, pardon me, the inside. Let me grab a stamp and I'll be right back. Alright, I picked out a couple of different stamp sets. I have a corner one with hearts, and this one's called In the Corner from Gina K Designs. And then from Toss the Bouquet, I have one that says Wishing You Love and Laughter Forever After, and I just thought that was super sweet. I have a couple of colors that are in the matching quad. So this is the ultramarine, and that's the same as the cardstock. Then I have a little bit lighter iceberg. So I was going to do the corner hearts with the iceberg, and then do the sentiment with the ultramarine. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I just went the opposite. Ha! You gotta love it. So, we are going to be doing the corners in the ultramarine. I'm gonna flip this and see if I can get it to match. Whoop. Alright. Gotta love when you grab the wrong ink pad. But no matter, it will still look beautiful. I'm trying to think now, do we go with a darker or the lighter for the sentiment? think I'll grab the darkest one. This is the azurite. All right. I think that looks really pretty. And then all of the colors match, so that's really nice. And that looks really pretty. Alright, I'm going to put this in with just temporary adhesive so we can get the visual, and then after I write it, I will put it in there with a little bit better staying power, just so we can get an idea of what it looks like. So here is our beautiful anniversary card for the day. You could do, this design for any occasion. Happy birthday, even the sympathy would be really nice for that, or hello card. Another idea I had, I wanted to keep this black and white, but you could just, even if you were going to do something like this, just use the stencils on the flowers that are underneath the Celebrate to kind of give it a spotlight effect. I thought that would be really cool, but I can't wait to experiment with this press plate more because I really want to do the stenciling with it. I think that would be awesome. All right, so here's the project. Looking lovely. A little quiet sparkle in the background there. But we have the Squovals. We have the inside, and again, that was in the Toss the Bouquet and the In the Corner, and then the press plate is the Charming Floral. And then we have the Classic Sentiments, the Squovals, and there are the matching stencils that we did not use today. And the sparkles are Trinity stamps, black sparkle spots, and the background color is Ultramarine from Altenew. So if you found value in the video today, if you could hit that subscribe button, I would love to have you as a subscriber, and it really helps out my channel and gets me to reach more people on YouTube. And come join me over on Facebook. I post cards, videos, any crafty sales that I come across, so it's a great resource to you. I have a brand new blog, and it is at EGI Designs. You can come check me out over there. Alright, until next time, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Here are a couple more videos I thought you might like. Thanks so much for watching.